everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger, here with my new Empowered Moments video for the week of Monday, January 15th through Sunday, January 22nd, 2023. For this week's Empowered Moments video, we're going to be using the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann for the main message for the collective. And your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, will be coming from the Star Temple Oracle card by Susie Cherub. Okay, so before we get into our stones of choice and the astrological energies of the week, let's start by doing an empowered moment. So if you'll get comfortable in your seats there, take a deep breath, let your body relax. Closing your eyes if they're not already. Visualizing, sensing, seeing, or feeling, or just knowing that you're surrounded in golden white light. This is the golden white light of Source, Universe, Great Spirit, all that is. Let's take in a deep breath and breathe in that golden white light of unconditional love and protection and guidance into every cell of our bodies. And as you exhale, you're letting go of all that your body, mind, and soul no longer needs. And this week, we have 2 more planets turning back to direct motion. Last week it was Mars, the warrior planet. This week it's Mercury, the messenger, and Uranus, the great awakener. And as these planets turn back to direct motion, it allows for an outward expression of their energies. So where Mercury retrograde internalized our own thoughts and perceptions, and redoing and reevaluating what we were doing in our lives. Now those messages and that information can be projected outward again. Our ideas can start to take shape out into the world again. And with Uranus, perhaps you've felt an uneasy energy this week or last week. Perhaps you've felt like you've been having trouble sleeping, as Uranus is an electrical kind of energy, a buzzing sort of higher vibrational and higher dimensional energy that may have kept us awake, or conversely, perhaps we've been sleeping a little bit more. Perhaps we've had epiphanies and great ideas coming in through our crown chakra, breakthroughs, change, liberation, freedom. All of these energies are associated with Uranus. So focusing on where do you still need to free yourself? Where do you still need to be liberated? Perhaps from an old pattern, an old belief system, perhaps from a situation or a circumstance. And calling in those energies of Mercury, the messenger, for knowledge, information and guidance, and for Uranus, the great awakener, to bring a higher sense of wisdom, a redirection, and positive changes into our lives. Let's breathe in those intentions deeply. Exhale. And when you're ready and in your own time, you can open your eyes and return to this time and place and get ready to look at what our stones of choice are for this week. All right, so I pulled out some special intention pendants here. The first one is this Aqua Aura pendant. Now this one is especially a brilliant turquoise blue. I mean, that's the color of Aqua Aura, but This one is especially a beautiful color here. It's wrapped in silver and Reiki charged with the vibration of Master number 22, the number of spiritual power on all planes, and the energy of the Master Builder. This one has the energies of Uranus. We'll talk about Uranus this week. The energies of Uranus, planet of higher dimensional energies and connection to the God mind. Opening and balancing of the throat chakra, ear chakras, and crown chakra for speaking one's truth, which is the throat chakra, increased clairaudience for the ear chakras, and receiving higher information and messages from that crown chakra and from the angelic realm. This one has infused into it the energy of Archangel Michael, energy of protection against psychic attack and energy drain, as well as leading us to the next step of our highest and most important destiny path. Okay, and let's look at stone of choice number 2. This one is charoite. Now, charoite is purple with white and black inclusions in it. This one's wrapped in silver wire and Reiki charged with the vibration of Master number 11, number of the light worker and the visionary, and Master number 33, number of Christ consciousness and selfless service to humanity. The qualities of the sign of Scorpio for transformation and deep emotional healing. The balance of the heart with the crown chakra. Heart chakra and crown chakra balanced together to open one up to higher unconditional love of the universe to share with all of humanity. And Archangel Raziel has a hand in this one this week. Energy of the Archangel of Alchemy, Divine Magic, and Heightened Psychic Abilities. That's Archangel Raziel. As well as Archangel Michael, the Archangel of Courage and leader of the Light Warriors. And also we have an Ascended Master, Saint Germain, Ascended Master of Healing with the Violet Flame. Okay, that one was packed with lots of good stuff. And then our last stone of choice is this gorgeous Sonara, let's see if I can say it right, Sonara Sunrise Sunset Chrysocolla. This one is wrapped in silver wire. And it's infused with the qualities of the number 8, number of empowerment, willpower, and the courage to move through the challenges of life. The qualities of the sign of Sagittarius, sign of hope, freedom, and the ability to change one's routine to move towards accomplishing one's goals in life. The energies of the planet Pluto to encourage one to explore the highest hidden knowledge of the inner self and manifest transformation on one's life path. And the activation of the root chakra for security, the sacral chakra for passion, and the throat chakra for speaking one's truth. This stone also offers a strong connection between the inner and outer self, along with the energies of the cosmos, and promotes the spiritual power to awaken the hidden talents of the self. All right, so let's look at those stones of choice again. We have the Aqua Aura. This is actually associated strongly. It's one of my chakra stones, so it's the throat chakra Aqua Aura stone here. I think there's another Aqua Aura that's listed on my website under my pendants, but this one, if you're looking for it, is under the throat chakra. Okay, and then the second stone of choice is the charoite. Beautiful, unconditionally loving purple charoite. And then the last one is the sunrise, sunset chrysocolla. Okay, let's put those, actually, where can I put those? Put those aside here. And let's take a look at the energies of astrology for the week. So we start out on Monday, the 16th of January. Now we have Mercury, the planet that rules the mental realm, our thoughts, our ideas, our perceptions, our communications. It's currently retrograde in Capricorn, but pretty much it's at a standstill here because in a couple of days it's going to turn back to direct motion on Wednesday. But here on Monday, we've got It's stationed, is what we call it, stationed at 8 degrees of Capricorn and just kind of hanging out there for a couple of days, not really moving. And this is going to heighten and intensify its energies right now in that sign of Capricorn, which is a very goal-oriented, ambitious, career-oriented kind of sign. But on Monday, it's in an inconjunct aspect to Mars, the warrior, which has just recently turned back to direct motion at 8 degrees of Gemini. So they're very close. 8 degrees Gemini for Mars and 8 degrees Capricorn for Mercury. So very tight, what we call a tight and close inconjunct there. Now, Mars just turned back to direct motion last Thursday, so it still isn't really moving very fast. It's probably moved just a couple of minutes. So it's just hanging out there. It's intensified in its energies because of that. And like I said, Mercury is also intensified in its energies because it's stationed as well. So this is heightening the effect of this particular inconjunct. And what do I think this is about? I think this is about our minds wanting to focus on the goals that we have, how we want to move forward, right? The beginning of the year 2023 is when usually people set their intentions, and we're, putting our new thoughts and ideas out there into the world. We're trying to initiate something new. But as I said in my monthly Empowered Moments video, and if you haven't watched that yet, you might want to go onto the YouTube channel and watch January's Empowered Moments video, because I'll talk a little bit more about this in that video, that it's a time all month to set your intentions because of those planets that were in retrograde motion when we started the month. But now we've got the Mercury that's focused on what are my goals, what am I trying to accomplish, what am I working towards, and the inconjunct means it needs to make some sort of an adjustment. It needs to make an adjustment with Mars in Gemini. And Mars is forward momentum and energy and action, and it's the warrior. And it's in Gemini, which is the sign that Mercury normally rules. So it's all about the mental realm, all about those ideas, the information, and the messages that we're receiving. Now, because those energies are magnified, it's going to be one of two things, and that could depend on your astrological chart itself and how and where it's kind of located in your chart. But we can either feel a great kind of stall energy or challenge energy, or things just not really unfolding the way that we wanted them to, or conversely, it could bring a lot of activity and a lot of messages and a lot of information and networking and ability to really start to put your ideas out there. But again, we need to kind of make some adjustments with how we're thinking, how we're perceiving, what we're thinking we really want to do, but open up to kind of change or redirection, because that Gemini is a mutable sign, and that's where Mars is. So we need to be open to change, versatility, different possibilities, different directions with where it is we want those ideas of ours to go. So also make adjustments when you're communicating with other people. That could be a day where other people just aren't understanding what you're trying to get across, or conversely, you're not really understanding or jiving with what somebody else is saying. So you have to make a little bit more of an effort to be able to communicate properly, to understand each other properly, etc. Then on Wednesday, the 18th of January, this is when Mercury turns back to direct motion officially at 8 degrees of Capricorn. Now, it's going to take a few days for it to pick up speed. I mean, really, it's going to be in its shadow for probably another couple of weeks, but we should start to see communications start to unfold a little bit more clearly, messages and information maybe that we've been waiting for starting to trickle in. Things are going to start to move forward. And then also on Wednesday, the 18th, we have the Sun in Capricorn, goal-oriented, ambitious, work career-oriented Capricorn, connecting to Pluto, planet of death and rebirth and transformation and regeneration and power and empowerment. Although it could be disempowerment, and it could be power and control issues that we're experiencing and having in situations or in our relationships. But let's focus on the positive. Let's focus on powerful transformation with our goals, or empowered connections with other people that's going to help us further our career in some way, or to move forward on our life path in a very transformative and powerful way. So again, there's death and rebirth energies in the air. Then by Friday the 20th, the sun moves out of Capricorn and into Aquarius. Now, the sun, if I didn't say already, rules our vitality, our ego, our creative expression, our light, how we shine our light. And it's going to be moving into Aquarius for the next month until February 18th. So now Aquarius, the focus of where the sun is shining its light through that Aquarius lens, is going to be all about the best that we can do for humanity. How can we work for the betterment of humanity? How can we connect with or network with people of like mind to help make the world a better place? How can we just connect with other people of like mind to just, find our tribe, to find those people that resonate with us? Aquarius also rules our hopes and dreams and wishes and vision for the future. So again, we're thinking about the future and where we want to go and what we want to accomplish. What are our dreams? Again, what are your goals? Capricorn is kind of the goals, and Aquarius is kind of like the dream and the vision. So, those energies work well together. On Saturday the 21st, we have a new moon in Aquarius. So that means now the moon is at 1 degree Aquarius, the sun is at 1 degree Aquarius, and it's a new beginning of that energy of Aquarius, which is a mental realm sort of sign. Again, ideas and perceptions and epiphanies and higher information that kind of comes in and through our crown chakra from universe and source. And that new moon at 1 degree of Aquarius is going to be in a positive sextile to Jupiter. A sextile is an aspect of opportunity where we look for the opportunities that are presented to us, and then we take some sort of action on them, and Jupiter will expand those opportunities into something bigger and brighter and better. Jupiter rules blessings, prosperity, and abundance. And so definitely look for the opportunities on Saturday and going into Sunday as far as that new moon. The other thing I want to say is that this is truly the time to really set your intentions, because now, last week, we had Mars, the warrior, turn back to direct motion on Thursday. This week, on Wednesday, we have Mercury, the messenger, turning back to direct motion. And then as we get to Sunday, Uranus, the great awakener, is turning back to direct motion. So that new moon, Saturday and Sunday of this week, is a great time to reiterate and really set, write out, and speak your intentions of what you want this new year to be all about. On Sunday the 22nd, before we get to Uranus turning to direct motion, we have Venus, planet of love, relationships, money, finances, personal resources, values, and our sense of self-worth. She's in Aquarius right now as well, and she's connecting to Saturn, who's also in Aquarius. So we've got a lot going on in Aquarius right now, right? Now, Saturn can bring things into form and manifestation. Venus is also a planet of blessings, also in that sign of our dreams and our hopes and our wishes, Aquarius. So Saturn can help to solidify something. Saturn can help to bring something, again, like I said, into form and manifestation. There might also be some added responsibilities, maybe in relationships, or maybe there's added responsibilities that we're paying attention to with our money and finances, getting things organized and in order. We are approaching tax season, so that might be part of it, where you're starting to organize things. Saturn can be a heavier kind of planet. It can be about restrictions and limitations. And because Aquarius, where both Saturn and Venus are, is a fixed sign, it's very rigid and fixed, we might be holding on too tightly to something or someone, or a mindset or a belief system. And we should take a look at why we're holding on so tightly. Okay? I'm not saying you shouldn't necessarily, but you should definitely take a look at why you might be holding on tightly to something. Then on Sunday the 22nd, we have Uranus, the Great Awakener, turning back to direct motion at 14 degrees of Taurus. Now, Uranus is about change, freedom, liberation, redirection, higher vibrational God-mind energy, the epiphanies, the aha moments, scientific breakthroughs, other types of breakthroughs, the unusual, the strange, the sudden, the unexpected. So some of those things may be magnified as we near the end of the week, and maybe even at the beginning of the week, you're already feeling some of that happening. Uranus rules technology, so don't be surprised if electronics, computers, cell phones, other types of electronics that take electricity, they could go a little wonky. I've already, as of the previous week, started to experience that, so don't be surprised. Now it's in Taurus, and Taurus is more of a grounding earth sign. So it's not as wacky and unusual and strange and shocking as it might normally be in other signs of the zodiac. But again, it depends on where it's landing in your chart and what other planets it might be connecting to in your chart. So it could definitely be all of that and more. So just get ready for this kind of feeling of freedom and liberation, independence and change. Be open to change this week. Okay, there's a lot going on with the change of Aquarius, the new moon, Uranus direct, and all of the energies of now a direct Mercury and a direct Mars. The other thing I'll mention is that on Sunday, the 22nd of January, we're beginning a new Chinese New Year. Now, I won't tout that I know a lot about the Chinese astrology, but I will let you know, for some of you that do pay attention to that, we're moving into the new year of the rabbit. The new Chinese year is going to be the water rabbit. Okay, so for the next year, from January 22nd until about that time, February in 2024, we're in the Chinese New Year of the water rabbit. And I will just give you one key word for it. As I said, I don't know, I'm not an expert in Chinese astrology, but they're calling it the year of hope, which actually goes along well with the fact that we're in a universal year, numerologically, in 2023, of a 7 energy. And 7s are about faith and trust and hope. So that goes rather well. All right, let's take a look at the messages from our angels and guides from the Light Seers Tarot. Okay, the first card, let's take a look at what that is. Okay, so the first card here of the week is the Two of Swords. You can see this image of a woman. She's actually blindfolded. She has a little bit of a blindfold there over her eyes. She's got 2 crows on either side of her that are kind of pulling the strings to that blindfold. Now, the Two of Swords sometimes means that a decision has to be made, or maybe we're confused by 2 different paths or 2 different possibilities, and we're weighing both sides and both options, but maybe from the image in this card, maybe we're not seeing clearly everything we need to see yet about those 2 possibilities, those 2 directions, those 2 options. Maybe we don't have all the information and knowledge yet in order to make a good decision. And that could be the fact that Mercury, planet of our mental realm, right, is now stationed before turning back to direct motion on Wednesday. So while it's stationed and it's not moving, information has slowed down. Messages are not coming in the way they should. Again, we might lack the mental clarity because Mercury, which rules our mind, is not spinning the wheels there, so to speak. So we're lacking the ability to see something that we need to see. We're lacking the ability to have all that information, wisdom, and knowledge. Now, the crows are messengers, and maybe instead of the crows pulling those strings tight on her blindfold, maybe they're trying to loosen the blindfold. So we can definitely look at it that way. The crows are trying to untie that blindfold so she can see clearly what she needs to see, so that she can see the information and the messages that are coming to her, so she can weigh the pros and cons, which the number 2, right, is about weighing pros and cons. There's two possibilities here. So as she weighs the pros and cons, when she's able to see all that information, then she's better able to make a decision. So in regards to, again, the astrology, I would if you can wait in making decisions about certain things, I would wait until after Wednesday, after Mercury turns back to direct motion. If you can wait even a few more days or into next week, I would do that, because Mercury is not going to be moving very quickly when it first turns back to direct motion. But at the very least, wait until after it turns direct on Wednesday. Okay, let's take a look at the second card here. Ooh, we got another Swords card. So we've got the Knight of Swords now, the Knight of Swords. And so we're still in the realm of the mental mind here, of our thoughts and ideas and perceptions and communications. The Knight is a young energy full of vim and vigor and passion and vitality. And you can kind of see that he's full of energy here because he's running down the road here. He's got what looks to be like a bow and arrow kind of thing across his back is what it looks like. Yes, some sort of like a, yeah, I want to say it's like a bow that he would shoot an arrow with, right? And he's got one crow or one bird here that's flying sort of ahead of him with this structure of sorts down the road. So he's running towards the goal. He's running towards the opportunity. He's running towards, where he wants to go. And he's ready to take action, right? You could say he's ready to fight, but let's say he's ready to take action on focusing that arrow, his intention, towards the goal of where he's, trying to get to, or what he's trying to accomplish. He's also got the information and the messages that is clear in front of him, right? And so again, this is after Mercury turns direct. And again, with that Aquarius sun and then the new moon in Aquarius, the sword suit is the air signs of the zodiac. Okay, and Aquarius is one of those air signs. So again, this Knight is ready to run fast, run forward, run towards the goal, take the next step. He's not waiting around. He's not lollygagging, so to speak. He's definitely full of that energy and passion. And this is about putting your ideas into motion, right? Ideas and communication and networking and all those things of the mental realm. You're starting to very actively here put them into motion. Put those ideas towards what the goal is that you're trying to get to or accomplish. And the messages are going to start to be more clear. Okay, let's take a look at the last card. The last card came out as 2 cards. So the first of those last 2, I love it. Major Arcana 17. This is the Star card. Isn't this a beautiful Star card? Now, what's interesting here, I love how Spirit works. The Star card in the Major Arcana of the Tarot is ruled by Aquarius. And so here we have all this Aquarius energy, new moon in Aquarius, and then Venus and Saturn connecting in Aquarius. Uranus turning back to direct motion, and Uranus rules Aquarius. So here's the Star card showing up. And the Star card is about our hopes and dreams and wishes and vision, just like Aquarius. So you can see that she's setting her intention and sending it out to the universe, plain and simple. Okay, it looks like she's got her hands sort of in a prayer sort of meditation. Again, she's looking at the night sky. That Aquarius energy rules the stars, rules the universe, rules our star family, rules the cosmos. And this is the big wide perception, right? The big dream, the big goal, the big vision, right? Seeing the big picture of what we want to do in our future. Now, I know that time really doesn't exist, right? Past, present, future, it's all the same, parallel lives, you could argue all of that time really doesn't exist. But from this perspective, we're thinking about what is our future? What does our future hold? And what intentions do we have? And let's do ceremony here on this new moon in Aquarius. And maybe you want to light a candle. Maybe you want to sit under the starry night if you're able to, if you're in a part of the world that's not too cold to do so. And you want to send your intentions, see your intentions, visualize your intentions, right? And send them out to the universe, out to the cosmos, and ask that your angels and guides kind of take those intentions, those energies, and help you to bring them to fruition. Let's see what the last card is. I'll be curious. Okay. Well, the last card is the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen is a nurturing, feminine, intuitive energy. The suit of Pentacles is grounding and focused and rooted, and it's about manifestation and practicality. So this Queen of Pentacles is very practical. Okay, and she definitely is dealing with the material realm, right? We've got a pentacle here, which often is about career, job, money, finance, destiny path, all things of the physical and material realm. The Queen is going to nurture those ideas, those dreams. The Queen is going to bring that sense of intuition into what she should do next. She's going to be very... what do I want to say? Like serious, but that's not really the word I'm looking for. She's just very, I had the word on the tip of my brain. Pragmatic. So she's being very practical and pragmatic and serious and grounded about what she's going to do. Now, she does have kind of a headdress over her head, and these branches almost as kind of antlers. So again, this would represent the crown chakra, which is an Aquarius, placement here. Aquarius would rule that crown chakra and that claircognizance of just knowing something. Like you know what you know it's right for you. You just have a knowingness. And because she's wearing that headdress and the antlers are kind of that higher perception, but yet she's very grounded about it. So she's able to bring that higher intuition into a practical kind of manifestation towards her material goals. That goes very well with the Star card, don't you think? Sending out the intentions and also intuiting what it is that needs to be done to realize those material goals this week. All right, so let's take a look at what your special message is depending on your stone of choice. Okay, so the first stone of choice was the Aqua Aura. Let's give this a little shuffle. I need to take a deep breath. Aqua Aura, special message for Aqua Aura people this week. Special message. This one's calling my attention here. And this is Gateways of Light. Gateways of Light. It says infinite. And at the bottom it says, I have unlimited access to the divine mind. Aquarius is the God mind. Aquarius is the divine mind. So this is a perfect message for those of you with the Aqua Aura stone. Gateways of Life, infinite. I have unlimited access to the divine mind. So very interesting, the picture or the image on this. Rather than a new moon, we have what looks like a full moon. So I want to say pay attention to the next 2 weeks after the new moon until we get to that full moon, that there's some sort of like epiphanies and information being channeled in, access to higher vibrational kind of energies that are coming in. We've actually got a man and a woman here, almost looking like the lovers, which is an interesting thing to have on this card. And they're kind of in an embrace, but they're wrapped by a snake. Now, snake is all about transformation, death and rebirth, and change. That's part of the sun connecting with Pluto earlier in the week. Transformation, death, and rebirth. Powerful symbol, the snake, right? It speaks of powerful transformation. And the fact that it's wrapped around these two individuals, we could say that maybe there's some powerful transformation energies within relationship matters in the next 2 weeks coming up. So this could be romantic relationships, family relationships, friendship, business relationships. So look for some sort of powerful transformation energies to occur. This could also be about kind of the balance of your divine masculine and divine feminine energies over the next 2 weeks, and a huge transformation on that level also taking place for you. So definitely, as I said, since this is a full moon here, you want to pay attention to the next 2 weeks after the new moon. All right, let's take a look at the Charoid. Special message for the Charoid people. Special message for Charoid. Okay, this one that's kind of touching my forefinger over here, I feel like wants to come out. And this one says, the Jade Star and surrender. And at the bottom, it actually says, I am ready to let go with self-compassion. I'm looking at the image that's like across her back, right? She's facing away from us. And the Jade Star, it's like she's got a green ball of light at the back of the heart chakra, where she's got to surrender and let go of old emotions, old emotional wounds, maybe old emotional patterns within relationships, because that's the heart chakra as well. So there's a lot of healing taking place as you're releasing, letting go, purging, and transmuting on an emotional body level here. And you need to surrender to the process. If you're feeling emotional, which can sometimes happen before the new moon, because we're in the dark of the moon before a new moon. So like on Thursday and Friday, you might be feeling maybe a little bit more emotional for some reason, okay? And take that as a time of releasing, surrendering, and letting go of something in the emotional body that maybe was locked up in there, that needed to be unlocked. That needed to be healed. Something was crystallized in the cellular memory, and it's time to let go of it. And at first I thought that was a snake wrapped around kind of her back there, and I'm still uncertain. That could be a snake. So we have, again, maybe another snake transformation energy there. But I think it's like a Chinese dragon, to be honest. It looks like a Chinese dragon. And we are entering a new year of the water rabbit on Sunday, new Chinese New Year. So that might be significant for you. Water rabbit. The water is about emotions. Again, the year of the rabbit this is going to be one of hope. So I would pay attention to and maybe research a little bit more about what Chinese sign of the zodiac you are, and what the water rabbit 2023 energies mean for you according to what you are. There's something there where there's new hope. Like once we release the emotional blockages that are being released there and transmuted, then we're moving into a time of hope. And we've got this kind of flowing energy beneath her as well. She's kind of wearing green. Again, this is very heart chakra associated or associated with healing. Again, we got this flowing kind of green garb here. So this is just telling me that this week you really need to just trust and have faith and go with the flow. Just allow things to unfold. Don't try to push. Yes, those planets are now in direct motion and it might be time to take action, but I think the most action that maybe you should take this week, Charoid people, is to set your intentions and put your intentions out to the universe and ask for healing to take place with any stuck energies, and then just kind of let go and let that happen, okay? There's still plenty of time here to actually take an initiating sort of action as we move into next week and beyond. So this week, just kind of move into that feminine energy a little bit more. And then for those of you that chose the Sonora Sunrise Sunset Chrysocolla, all right, let's see what your message is. Sonora Sunrise Sunset Chrysocolla people. Okay, so this one's calling my attention as I open my eyes. Ooh, the Priestess. The Priestess and embody. It says at the bottom, I am an embodiment of the divine feminine. I am an embodiment of the divine feminine. Now, Aquarius, because we're talking a lot about Aquarius energies, is a masculine sign. But because it relates to the cosmos and the universe, and here's this priestess, and she's got this background of the universe going on. Well, Venus is an Aquarius. Venus is the divine feminine archetype. So I want to say this is the Venus and Aquarius archetype of the priestess going on. So I am an embodiment of the divine feminine. So you need to really move into that priestess energy, which isn't just that nurturing, loving, intuitive, caring, feminine energy. It's all of that. But the priestess is also independent and powerful and strong and kind of authoritative in a gentle way. And I think that's the Venus in Aquarius. It's also the sun connecting with Pluto, the powerful energy of Pluto earlier in the week. And Capricorn is a feminine sign, as odd as that might seem, right? Sometimes we think of Capricorn being the authority and it rules the patriarchal system. But interestingly enough, in astrology, Capricorn is a feminine sign. So we want to kind of wield this feminine power this week, right? Stand strong, stand in your truth, speak up when you need to speak up, or be silent when you need to be silent. So beautiful, beautiful messages for the week. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this weekly Empowered Moments video. Sending you lots of love and light, and hopefully very soon some initiating, action-oriented energy as we all move forward with our intentions. And I will see you again next week. Namaste.